DreAllDay.com.
Dre Baldwin, DreAllDay.com. Topic is mental conditioning and how the conditioning of your mindset is the most important part of mindset. And a lot of people really don't understand this concept properly, so I'm going to try to explain it briefly here so y'all understand how to really set your mind the way that you want it set. See, most people look at mindset as something like, if I put out a video here talking about motivation or discipline or confidence, and you watch it, or you watch somebody else's YouTube channel, or read a book, or listen to a podcast on that subject, you can say, okay, I've done some mindset work on myself in that moment. But here's what I want you to understand. That kind of mindset work is not the kind that actually changes anything. It's basically, I don't know, how would I describe it? There was a phrase that somebody used in a book that I was reading just today, as a matter of fact. There was a really good description, but I forgot the term. I forgot the phrase. It's escaping me right now. Point is, it doesn't make the deep mindset change in you to just consume material that is about mindset, as opposed to what you actually should do, which is what I'm going to tell you about, which is the actual concept of conditioning and really working on your subconscious mind. See, what most people do is they take in surface level information on the subject, and they feel like if they take enough in of that surface level information, then that's going to change their mentality about that thing. And all right, now my mindset is good. Now I can move on to doing the other stuff, the action level things. This is incorrect. Reason why just watching videos or just reading books or going to conferences or all the other things you can do that involve mindset, or listen to someone talk about mindset, whoever it is, even if they're talking to you in person, is not enough, is because the conscious mind, which is what processes those thoughts, does not control most of our behavior. See, the reason why taking in surface level material, or taking in material on the surface level, no matter how great the material is, if you're only taking it in at the surface level of your mind, it doesn't make a big change in you, because what you take in at the surface level is not what controls most of your actions. Most of your actions are controlled only by what goes on in the subconscious mind. And what goes on in the subconscious mind is not controlled by something that you just heard 5 minutes ago, or something that I'm saying here in this video, or something that you can read in a book, or anything that you take in one time. What your subconscious mind is controlled by is by your mental conditioning, and mental conditioning of the subconscious is controlled by 3 specific things. Number 1, repetition and habits, repetition of thought. Number 2, immersion. And number 3, emotionalization. Not in any particular order. All 3 of those are how you change the subconscious mind. So, if you hear something on the conscious level and it makes sense to you and you like it and you enjoy it and you're like, this is really good material, but you don't do anything else with it, that's not going to make any real changes in you. If you want to make real change, you must do these 3 things. Again, repetition, which means doing, any of you who's played a sport, you know how you do drills of the same move over and over and over again until you master the move? That's repetition. That's the way that you have to do mindset. It is not a one-time thing. It's something that you do over and over again. Napoleon Hill talked about this and calling it auto-conditioning. Not auto-conditioning, but auto-suggestions. Suggestions that you make to yourself, but doing it over and over again. Same way you said the ABCs a million times when you were in kindergarten, to the point that now you know all the letters and all the words. And you can read and you can put together sentences. That's what repetition actually looks like. It's like doing drills, the same way an athlete does drills, over and over until they master a movement. Second way is emotionalization. When you are emotionally engaged in the thing that you are looking to learn or ingrain into your subconscious mind, it makes a deeper groove when you have emotion connected to the repetition. And the third thing is immersion, meaning immersing yourself in a certain idea or thought or energy to the point that nothing else can get in. It's like if you immerse yourself in water, if you're immersed in water, then oxygen from the outside air above the surface of the water can't touch you because you're immersed in the water. So if you're all the way underwater, the oxygen from the air up there above the water can't touch you because you're immersed in the water. That's the way that immersion works. So these 3 things are the way that the subconscious mind is changed. And the reason why you can take in a bunch of information that, again, your conscious mind gets, but you don't really make any changes, even though you feel like you read all the books and you did all the stuff, whatever the stuff is, but nothing really changes. This is why. So if you really want to make the real changes in your life, what you had to do is figure out, how can I set myself up for these three things? Repetition, emotionalization, and constant immersion. Those ways you can block out any other thoughts, anything that is conflicting with the new ideas or the new material or the new mindsets that you want to ingrain into your mind. And that way you can get them to actually start happening in your life. But this is not something that you can just do one time. It's not something that you can do on the surface. It's not something you can do out of convenience. And that's the way that most people do their mindset work, or what they think is mindset work, but it's not really mindset work. Is the reason why many people can't change their behaviors. It's not that they don't want to change their mindset. It's because people have an inaccurate formula about how to alter the mindset. So when you think you're doing it, it's not actually doing what you think it's doing. Then you don't get the change in mentality. And if you don't make a change in mentality, there's no way you can get a change in behavior. And then when you don't have a change in behavior, of course, there is no change in result. There's no change in outcome. And this is, again, how people end up getting stuck, or they feel like they're stuck, even though and the reason people feel stuck is because they think they're doing all the right stuff, but they're still not getting the result. When the truth of the matter is, you're not doing the right stuff. That's the reason why it's not working, because your formula is off. Now that I've told you how to fix the formula, now you can do something about it, and you're in a more empowered position to change your situation. So hopefully this helps some of you. And the way that you actually can change it is you need the material to do it. You need the material for repetition, you need the material for immersion, and you need the material for emotionalization. The good news about all of that is I can provide that for you in Work On Your Game University, which is the place where I do all my coaching. If you go to workonyourgameuniversity.com, that link is down below in the description to this video. That's where you can get access to our full suite of training materials on mindset, on business, strategy, systems, accountability, and you can get directly coached by me. That's the place where I do all my direct coaching. Again, that's workonyourgameuniversity.com. Links down below in the description to this video. Work on your game. Dre all day.